gonna start all
Welcome,
over.
welcome, 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 welcome. You guys, we are tuned in to the first episode. That is the first episode, the pilot.
You know.
I have some amazing people with me. You guys already know Tony up at the top, and then we
Yes,
also have
sir.
a special guest, one of our brothers, one of our partners, amazing person as well, great intellect, and
Darkness.
just a knowledgeable person. So I want him to introduce himself, and then we're gonna get this cracking. We got some good entertainment for you guys today, some good conversations, and let's get into it. Like I said, I am Thomas,
I am Tony, and you are.
the man
What the
in the
fuck?
dark.
What you
He
doing?
is the man in the dark. You'll get to know his voice. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
My name is Toní The Tantrum. You already know, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's go ahead and kick it off. What we gonna be talking about today, Tony?
Look like today, man. I think we should be on the topic. We should talk about our interpretation of God.
Okay.
What we believe is God. Our definition of God.
Okay.
Everybody got a different definition of God.
Indeed,
So
indeed. Well,
let's
shit.
talk about it.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. You know what we do. Shit. Who wanna kick it off?
You go ahead. I got some questions. I wrote some stuff down. I can't prepare.
Good boy, ready. You got All right. Well, shit. Let's shoot off with a question, or you just want to open up the discussion with our overall ideas about it, and then go from there. You guys
Okay.
are witnessing behind the scenes stuff, so we working it all out, baby. It's a pilot. Welcome, you guys, to God's in Conversation.
Yes, sir. So I know we refer to ourselves as gods, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
we understand that we're gods,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, so what is your definition of God?
So that's it's broad. It's a broad question, but as you stated, I do see myself as a god. That came from a godly energy.
Right. We all do.
I like to imagine, that my God is, first, my family members that I've known that have transitioned, um, they're my gods, and then I do believe that they along with myself came from an energy that is the overall God force.
Bigger than us all.
Yeah, if you
Right.
if
The
they-
highest energy.
yeah. So that's what I believe,
So,
and
so you believe that there is a highest energy here, and you believe you came from this highest energy.
yes, yep, that's
Okay.
exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah, unknown until I transition, but I know it's love. So even though I don't have a face or a personal, I mean, I do have a
Yeah.
personal connection to it, but you know what I mean. I haven't been able
Right.
to meet it, on.
And for the audience, if this is God here and you came from him, how does that make that you?
Son of a God. So, in
Gotcha.
this life form, in this life form, I'm a son of that energy. So, that also, makes me a God
Yes,
in
sir.
itself as well. So, in different universes, I'm probably different things, but still connected to that energy. And I believe that overall energy is love. I believe
Facts.
that's what my God is. It's an energy full of love, and that's something that, like I said, I got it from my family, and they're my gods. Which is love. So God of love. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Tony?
My interpretation of God,
Yeah.
basically, like you said, there is a highest power, and we came from this highest power, and because we came from him, we're connected to him. We are one. I think there's a universal, one body, one mind. I believe in one body, one mind. I think the mind is universal. that makes sense. I think everybody's mind is connected to the one mind, if that makes sense. So none of our thoughts are really ours. It's all thoughts from the mind, the one mind type shit. And yeah, and that's how we're God, because just like the sun and the sun ray. That sun ray on Earth is still we still refer to that sun ray as the sun, even though it's the sun ray. So just like God is up there, or it's you know, it's the same shit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So we're definitely gods. That's how I see ourselves. What you thinking, Mr. Darkness over there, Tone the Tantrum?
I'm really agreeing with both of y'all, to be honest. I can't explain it any better than you two. My whole understanding is like, to be honest, God is like almost unfathomable. Like we can't even really break down God. Us as humans, we done tried to like break down him via religion, other beliefs and things like that. I just believe that it's just a higher power, like you guys said, but it's almost unexplainable. Like you guys kind of geared it to explain what I think it is. But yeah, I just believe there's a higher power out there, there's a higher source. We don't see him, we don't understand him, we don't know his ways, we don't know how he works fully, but we just know that he loves us and we're his children. Almost like we all have last names from our father. But universally, our surname is God.
One more
Son
time.
of God.
Your audio kind of cut out.
Like a surname.
Like a surname.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our
That's what he said.
surnames are God, pretty much. Like we all have fathers and our surnames are his last name. But universally, like we're all his children.
No, I
Okay,
feel
yeah,
I feel what you're talking about. Now I keep hearing you say he. Are you like?
yeah.
Are you connecting your idea? And it's just a question. We all have we all live different lives. We all have our own interpretation, own beliefs. But are you referencing the Bible?
When I'm saying he, I'm using the analogy that I was taught via religion.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I was just thinking the other day, women create children, is God a woman? Like I just, I question it all. I'm trying to understand everything. I can't just strictly tell you what I believe because I'm at the point in my life where I'm trying to understand them and I'm
Gotcha.
questioning everything.
Word.
So, so, when you say he, like, who are you referring to? Like, do you believe God is an outside entity? I believe that he's on the inside. So, are you saying when you say he, are you referring to outside of you?
I mean, if he's inside of us, if he's inside of us, what is he when he's not inside of us? Or is he inside of us always?
Well, who are you?
I'm a creation of God.
You're the creation of God,
As we all
as we all are. Okay, that's
are.
fair.
We're all creation. That's
That's
my
fair.
belief. Creations of God.
Okay, but who are you though? We get that you're a creation of God, but everything is a creation of God. So who
Exactly.
are you though? Like the person behind the body, because you understand that your body is just a vessel that you possess.
Yeah, I think
So if your body is
say
just a
he's
vessel,
still in. Right now, he's in the
Oh,
discovery
but
phase of figuring
what if my
everything
vessel?
out for himself.
What if I was a goat?
well, you will possess that goat's body.
Yeah, and that would be a form of God's creation.
Yes, but even a goat is just a soul in a vessel. But what I'm asking is, now that you understand that the goat is a soul in a vessel, and then who is the goat? Like, who is the soul? And that's where I believe that everybody is God, because I don't believe that we are not our bodies.
My
We
point.
possess them.
That's exactly my point. Whether I'm a goat, whether I'm me, whether I'm a plant, whether I'm a cockroach,
Well, you're everything that you believe you are.
it's all different It's all different creations of God. Everything came from God.
Right.
Every single thing
Okay.
came
Straight
from God.
up. I feel
So instead of me dissecting and trying to be more direct on what I am, I'm answering that question with a broad statement of a creation of God because I'm in a learning phase. I'm not choosing a side to what to believe yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
completely
So broad,
understand.
yeah.
Shit, you're in the discovery phase of self, and hey, I feel like we all are going to be on that. You feel me? As you should be, hopefully, as an individual that's alive with a consciousness, in a continuous, search for, self discovery and shit changes. New information is brought up every day. Shit, did you guys just see? Putin just he unveiled, a picture of a black Jesus and said this was the Jesus that I do believe
I see
England and
it.
everybody was holding and wasn't displaying for the world. But yeah, he just did it on
I
video.
see it.
Yeah.
Yo, my whole Jesus belief is it might be different from yours as well.
Hey,
Like
as it should be. Go ahead, let's dive into it.
yeah, we could dive into that. So I believe that Jesus was just I believe that we're all just like I say we're gods. I believe that we're all Jesus too. Like I don't believe that Jesus was anything more of a person or of a god or of a man than we are. He just
No.
lived life the way that he should have lived it. That makes sense. So I believe that we all have that capability of being just as perfect as Jesus was and doing the things
Let me
that
ask you a
Jesus
question.
did.
Let me ask you a question for a minute. So are you saying that you said Jesus was like full God? How did you
It's kind of hard to hear you. You gotta.
how did you describe Jesus to more people?
I can't hear you.
I think you said describe Jesus one more time.
So I believe that Jesus is just a man. He's just a man that discovered how to the correct way to live life. He discovered that he was God very long ago. You know, before anybody else discovered that they were God, he discovered that we were all gods. And because he discovered that we were all gods, he tried to teach this and he tried to live his life as a God here on earth. And because he had so much faith and he lived his life, he was
Jesus
connected with
acknowledged himself as the Son.
he was connected with the one. He was connected with the power that created him.
I understand that.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is Jesus acknowledged himself as the Son.
Yes.
If,
And I
if
acknowledge myself as the son. I acknowledge myself as the returning king. I acknowledge myself as God.
okay, you give yourself all the titles because they're connected.
Yes.
No, I feel it. I feel it. When it comes to that, I like your interpretation of it. I don't agree with the whole, the religions, only because take this off cam. Only because I know they all been whitewashed and copied off of, the original script.
They say too, yeah.
So I don't believe none of that. I don't care if it's Muslims, they all came, to a certain place in Africa and, left that place with their own perception perception of what they were taught and then, created their own, religion and teaching and then, gathered their own following and continue to spread that idea of whatever they, perceived. And
That's why I believe all religions are true. I believe no matter what religion you are, you're not wrong. Everything is true. And I don't know the ins and outs of all the religions, so I can't go like too far into detail. But what I do know is that every religion serves one higher God, and then may not refer to them as God. It may be Buddha, it may be this, it may be that. I don't know the fucking
Yeah, well,
word.
there's some
Huh?
some of them like in
So
Indian,
many
like
different
they have
religions.
more, they have multiple, but
But
it's still all the same idea.
right, it's all the same ideas. We were created, or even if you like, it's all the same, you know. And I believe
No,
that they're
they
all
all.
real, no matter what your beliefs is. I believe that they're all real, even as far as atheists. I believe in God, and atheists don't believe in God, but I believe atheists are real. I mean, I believe that's fair too. I believe that again, you are God. So if you don't have faith that there is a creator out there, I don't believe that there's a third person out there either. I wouldn't be praying to somebody else to, I don't believe there's a third person, that I believe that God is in me, So with the atheist point of view, I believe that uh, a God, you are God. So if you don't have faith in God, you got faith in yourself, right? And if you got faith in yourself, that's all it takes because you're God. So I believe atheists are right as well. I believe every religion is right.
Yeah,
Do you
nah,
believe
people
God
do.
in other people too?
One more time.
Do you believe in God in other people too, or do you acknowledge every other person is a God?
Yes. That's how you keep the love. Like if you acknowledge everybody else as God, and then you love everybody else because you understand that we're all one person, one being. We're all one thing. So if you love everybody, you love yourself. If you love yourself, you love everybody.
Nah, straight up. Nah, straight up. I can definitely get down with that. I can definitely get down with that.
Let me see.
Yes, sir. What was your other
So
question?
so 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 you say you don't believe in the Bible.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in none of the, anybody that's it's like you. If I had a no, I don't smoke. If they had a say I wrote an essay and then you just go and copy my essay and you change up a couple things. You feel me? It's like you're copying off the original, and you feel me? Even if it's because, like I say, in all of the religions that there are, the majority of them, not the majority of them, all of them, they have aspects inside of their Bible that fit back to the original, but they switch up, certain things
Right.
just to
Certain
fit their
things
own
are taken
narratives.
out, switched
Yeah,
up,
so
you
so when
altered.
it comes,
Yeah.
so just knowing that, and I've been on that since I was young. I could never, rock with anybody that has, a copy of the original. So I've always been in search of the original, and it's really,
Let me
the
ask you a
the
question.
book of the dead.
So instead of looking at it like the glass half empty, why not look at it as the glass half full? Why why completely not believe in any of it instead of just choose some of it that you can relate to and believe in?
Because if I want some information, if I want the information, you know, not I don't want edited information. I don't want
I get that.
information that has a agenda or a certain narrative. The information and knowledge that I want in my life is always to be the truth. You feel me? So it has to be the original. If it's not the original, then I don't want it. And that's with anything in my life. You feel me? Like
I
I
hear
don't
you.
want a
I hear
copy,
you.
twisted version of it. I don't want someone to take out certain aspects of the truth. I want the truth because that's what I live my life by. I don't care how you feel about it. You feel me? I'm gonna tell you the truth, and that's how it is. Like I don't see the gray or in between the things.
So
Like
so Jesus only existed in the Bible, right?
yeah,
As far as we know.
yeah. As far as outside of people just believing it,
Because
whoever started creating
it
it
was in the
first, yeah,
Bible. Right.
yeah.
All right. So with that said, you believe Jesus existed?
I mean, I believe that people might believe that person with that name. Like I said, the that even Jesus, the narrative of Jesus was taken from the original, from the original scriptures of that were taught to all these people. They just switched up the name. It wasn't Jesus. It was other names. But I believe a person like that did exist, but it wasn't under that name. So like if I'm gonna get any information, like I said, I don't want they change the name of the person. No, I want the truth. I want the truth. I don't want twisted, edited versions of anything, because I'm not gonna give that information to nobody else. You feel me? And that's how you get. It's like if I tell you something and then you tell, you feel me, and then you tell somebody else,
we pass it down along the way, and then
it's gonna be
20 people later, it's a whole
yeah.
different message.
So, but if we go and we get the information unedited, raw, you feel me? It's
but
being able to
wouldn't that be hard to do?
Of course,
especially these days, because
of course it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it. Like anything else, if it's easy, you should.
What if it don't exist?
Well, it does exist.
But what if it doesn't?
I mean, you can't say if it doesn't, if it does. Yeah, I know. I know.
I get. We talking on the part of if it does, but what if it doesn't exist?
I mean, if it didn't exist in a different world, but in this world it does exist.
Like it does.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe it does.
Not even. So you can read. You can actually read the information. You feel me? Like and there's books on it, and so you could definitely read like I said, like the Book of the Dead, and you'll see the correlations between that and other religions, from whether it's Buddha, Muslims, Christians, that all of them. So you'll see the certain.
I'm not 100% sure that we talking about truth here, So I'm not even 100% sure that Jesus was the actual person. It could have been a thought. The whole Bible is just a story of metaphors and things like that. So Jesus could have just been a story. The story of Jesus could have just been a story.
Now, he could have been a story.
And I mean,
I would like to believe that these guys that if I'm a god, and you're a god, and the ancient people and ancient gods before us spoke about these gods, I would, hope to believe that they were real. We came from somewhere.
Well, no. I believe that the Bible is a book of what they call the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. So I believe the Bible is really just that. I believe the Bible is just.
But then you have to talk about which one. Like I said, like all of these scriptures, they have their own narrative. It's not the original. So if you haven't, haven't taken the time, to go and read the original, then you're still getting edited versions. You feel me? Which has narrative,
because
it could, and it's been twisted.
That's the same way
to make you believe.
Same thing I used to preach. I used to preach that same thing. Like there's so many people that write the
Bible as well. Let's not. The Bible itself is a whole conversation that we can literally just talk about by itself. Because
it is for real. But just the story of Jesus, not even just the story of Jesus. Yo, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Nah. I was about to say after that was
you gotta hurry up and get to the. We got an audience, man. You gotta hurry up and get to the light.
Yeah, you can't.
You gotta reveal yourself. Who the fuck is he?
Mystery man. It's mystery man.
But what I was saying was, I believe the Bible is just giving us a story, basically teaching us how we should live. If that makes sense, it's not.
Yeah, but then again, like if you're taking instructions from something
the story of Jesus. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But the story of Jesus, and I'm not saying taking the instructions, but taking the message out of the book.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And if it's a positive message,
and
because that's what it is.
Because there's no perfect messengers.
Right.
It's just perfect messages. So no, I completely agree, with anybody finding any good in anything. But I mean, I don't care if if you
And that's why
find
I
good
think
in
it
any,
exists.
yeah,
Yeah.
if exactly. So if you do find good in it, you know, that's all. That's more power and more good that's put into the world. Hopefully you use it for good. But if like the person I am, if I want the information, I'm not going.
You're going
I
for
can't.
source.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to where it's unedited. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Without a narrative, without manipulating my subconscious into believing something else. So that's the only thing I was saying about it. But nah, if anybody finds any good in anything in life, yo, hold on to that.
There we
Because
go.
shit, that's more than likely that's gonna keep you going, in the bad times. Shit, so shit, find it wherever you can get it.
Yep. Yo, so finally this nigga is in the light
Yes,
now.
sir. We have one
Yo,
in the light now, yo.
so normally, man, you be having questions about God and life and stuff like that, about that topic, and that's why I wanted to include you in the podcast today. So I mean, like, let's talk.
Yes, sir. Shoot the question, baby. Shoot the question. Shoot the question. We love talking.
So if God is within us and God is before us, the whole time we've been speaking, the understanding I've gotten is that God is within us. That's who's God, is the entity within us. But before we were here, he was here. So who is
And
when
after
we're
we
not
die,
here?
he will be
And
here.
yeah, after the vessel dies, he will still be here. So who is God? We can't say God is us because we're a vessel. We're gonna die. This flesh is gonna die, and when we're
No,
gone,
Yeah, but
no, you're connecting us. You're making us again this vessel. We are beyond this vessel. We are more than just this vessel. We are spirits, if anything. We're spirits before we're humans. So when we die, our spirit is going to go back to God, which is part of
and
God,
that
which is
and
part of the.
that's a good transition though. So
okay. So that's what I'm
let's talk
saying.
about
Let's
it. Hold
dissect
on
it.
1 second. Let's talk about our ideas as far as transitioning or what that looks like. I think that'd be a good topic to wrap up some of the things, like as far as the godly, the God body inside of us,
Let's
and then
let's go back to the transition though. Like I
yeah,
want to ask that
yeah.
question that you got.
So I kick it off. So I believe, and not just believe, I know that, when I do end up transitioning, I'm going everywhere. I'm going first. I'm going back to to Cleveland where my grandmother's house is, and I'm gonna see everybody. We all gonna meet up there, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be like probably every Sunday that we gonna meet up there. But then after that, shit, I'm going everywhere, man. I'm living in different worlds. I'm living in different universes. I'm living in different times. I'm going to the past. I'm going to the future. I'm going to be everywhere, man. But I believe I believe that I have that power, and I believe that everybody else has that power. If that's what you want to believe. So, I don't. I believe that whatever limits you put on yourself, then that's that's the life that's gonna be, made out for you.
Yeah, you create
Here
your
or
own
after.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you talk about as far as afterlife. Um.
And
So
here, you put limits on yourself here. Shit, that's the life you gonna live.
heaven and hell. You believe in heaven and hell?
I believe people believe that,
But do you
I,
think the place exists?
I mean,
And you
my heaven
got
is
you got to
here.
be able to answer that question because you told me the other day. You told me the other day that damn, okay, we're not even
Yeah,
gonna
no,
go there. You got you.
my heaven is here.
Huh?
I'm living it right now. I have amazing family. Shit, some amazing people that I'm, amazing bros that we doing business. Shit, I have a son. Nigga, heaven has always been, presently where I'm at. So that's why I'm always been so peaceful, and heaven is now. Heaven is now for me. So
Exactly. I believe
yeah,
the same thing.
as far as a hell, I believe that people believe that it's a place like that, a negative place that people go who are that don't have a soul, or are just wrapped up in complete just emptiness or whatever.
Mhm.
But as far as me believing it, I mean, it's nothing to believe for me. You know, I
So
know I'm living in my heaven, so of course
let's
there's
go back to my metaphor, man, where I said if Pluto came to, to the sun and was like, "Hey, sun, there's no sunlight over here. It's been no sunlight over here for 6 years," and the
yeah
sun is like, "There's no sunlight. Well, show me. I want to see where there's no sunlight."
yeah
And he's like, "Come on, follow me." And the sun follows Pluto, and Pluto takes him to where there's no sunlight, but the sun doesn't see any darkness. All he sees is, everything lit up. He sees sunlight. The
hmm
sun can't see. The sun can't see darkness because it doesn't exist to him.
exactly
You get what I'm saying? It's not
exactly
a real thing to him. He refused to believe that shit is talent.
yeah
It's not real.
yeah. Now and it's not like I don't refuse to believe. Like I believe that people, whatever you believe, it's gonna be out there for you. Like how
Yeah.
people like if how they transition. You know, if they have like a scary incident where they die for a minute or two or whatever, and they say I came back and all I saw was darkness. That's probably just what you believe.
What you
You feel
believe.
me? Yeah. If you believe that, then shit, that's where you're gonna go. I feel that's how I
And,
feel.
and
But
and to be clear, when you say what you believe, it's not what you believe in that instant. It's what your subconscious believes, right?
yeah,
What you subconsciously
I
believe,
mean,
and what you
eh,
believe like accumulated over time. It's
yeah,
not
well,
what you
in
believe
it,
in that instant.
well, all of it. I believe like what you believe while you're transitioning, or even like say we're going to sleep. I feel like if you're watching something negative and your mind really believes this or is holding on to that negative thing, you might have nightmares. You feel me? But and that's right at that instant.
Well, yeah,
But
that's right. That
yeah,
instant, yeah.
so
Yeah.
I feel
But
like
but
how you
that's
say it's
still
accumulated.
subconsciously.
Yeah,
You still subconsciously implant that fear before
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I don't believe that it could be right in that instant, because right now I could take this water bottle and believe that there's water in this water bottle,
Mm-hmm.
but clearly there's no water in this water bottle, and there won't be until I
But
go
right,
fill it
yeah,
up.
but right
But
now
what I
it could be in a different universe.
in a different
Could be,
universe.
yeah. It could be. That motherfucker could
So
be filled up right now for real.
so I believe that there is a heaven, and I believe that heaven is here right now. But I also believe that there is a hell, and I believe that again, hell is here right now. I believe that for the most positive mind, you're experiencing a more positive experience. So
Heaven
your
and hell are
experience.
mind states.
Exactly. Your experience is more positive. It's more heavenly because you're experiencing more positivity,
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a more negative mind, and then you're experiencing more negative
Mm-hmm.
experience, which is hell.
Yeah.
And I believe that, like you say, when you transcend, or
Yeah.
what's the word?
Transition. Yep.
Transition.
Transition.
So when you believe, you say when you transition, you believe that you're gonna go everywhere,
Yeah, I am.
and I'm 100% with you. I'm
Absolutely.
with you on that. But I believe that you don't get that that
You
you,
don't get
you
that
don't get that
ability
entire
to do
you
that.
don't get that unless you get life right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
by hell, when I say hell is right now, I believe that you'll continue to die and be reborn and die and be reborn in this little circle, just continuously living multiple lives over and over again until your life
Incarnation.
is aligned with until you become aligned with the person you are, until you discover who you are to God. Once you discover your God, and then that's when you get that ability to, once you die, and now you don't have to go through life all over again. Now you could just go and do whatever you want,
Like,
type shit. Like, but I believe in heaven and hell, and I believe, yeah, yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. No, I feel it. I feel it. Shit. Again, like you said, it's what you believe in. Even focusing on the cycle. Shit. If you believe that people are going through that cycle, then there's more than likely some people that
Mhm.
are going through that cycle of living over and over and over. You feel me? I feel like some of the people, if you don't make it right with yourself as far as figuring out who you are, shit. I don't think I don't think a lot of people get the second chance. I feel like some people, it just the soul they just burns out.
So,
I believe that energy probably gets transferred into into someone else, a different life force.
but that person is that energy, right? That person is that energy. You are your energy, right?
Mhm.
So, and energy doesn't die, or energy can't be died. I mean,
But
it can only be
that's what
transferred.
men say. I mean, I believe it can go out. I believe it can go out. I also believe it can be transferred. As
Uh-huh.
far as like transitioning.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I
but
don't believe that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fair. That you got your own belief, but I don't believe
yeah,
that
yeah,
energy could be fucking. I don't believe it can die.
die out. Yeah, yeah.
No, I refuse. I can't believe that
I feel it.
because I feel like life is infinite.
Yeah,
It's a perfect circle. It's the circle of life. It just keeps going and going and going.
yeah, yeah. I feel it. I completely understand that. What you think
How you feel?
about
What you feel about afterlife, man? Mr. Tantrum?
I'm sitting here. I was about to interrupt y'all like 10 times with questions. Like, I need to host this shit because I got all the questions. But
that?
I'm going to just start shooting them at you before they completely leave my thoughts. So, as far as heaven and hell is a mindset, let's intertwine it with transitioning because y'all was stating that before I even ask that question, they state in the world, depending on what you're doing in your life, is you'll end up in heaven or hell. You know what I'm saying? So we got to step aside the fact that heaven and hell is a mind state in your life as you're living, because they acknowledge in the Bible heaven and hell is something after life. They acknowledge those two words within the terms of afterlife. All right.
Mhm.
So are we saying that that's not true?
Well, what I'm
Well,
saying is
you
you
gotta
have.
show me. You gotta show me. You gotta refer. You gotta point me to the text, and then if I look at the text, I could kind of tell you if I believe it's true or not. But as far as I know, I don't know that they refer to heaven or hell. Well, heaven or hell are afterlife. They're still afterlife.
Yeah,
Like the whole Christian analogy is like, if you live your life and you do good and you live like a godly life, when you die,
You're
your
living
soul
a
will go to
positive
heaven.
life, right?
Yeah, and you'll walk down golden streets and this and that, and if not, you'll burning hell. You know what I'm saying? This
yeah,
is the way it's acknowledged there.
like
And I grew
Tony,
up on Christianity, so I'm coming kind of from
yeah,
that angle, only
a
because of
a
that.
little
But
biased. Yeah, no, but I feel like how Tony was talking about, if you look at any religion as a tool to help you navigate to a positive, a positive person, you feel me? If you use it for that, and then you get your mind wrapped around, the idea that, you are the God, I feel like then it's okay to use the scriptures. Outside of that, I feel like you have the ability to believe whatever you want to, man. If you want to believe in hell, heaven or hell, you feel me? If that's going to help you, help guide you to become a better person for yourself and become more, at peace and positive and not an evil, negative person, then you feel me? Definitely use that tool to help navigate you there. But if it's something that you like are thinking about as fear, like, oh, I gotta do this or I gotta do this, I'm not rocking with that. All I say is you have the power to do whatever you want to do. You feel me? And believe whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe in the heaven or hell, saying that those are the words, because at the end of the day, it's just words. You feel me? I feel like it's good versus evil. I like to focus more on the good, and shit. That's where I leave it off at.
So you don't believe much in the Bible, but I think I believe a lot of the Bible. Specifically, it's like back to the Jesus talk.
His
So,
break. We're known people.
okay. Nah, you edited it out. You edited it out.
Nah, for sure. But, hey, I'm gonna keep it in. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll be right back.
So damn, I need him to be here. So as far as the Jesus talk, I believe that even in the Bible, Jesus said we are gods. In the Bible, Jesus said that we are gods. Ye are gods. Have you not? I wrote it down somewhere. I could recite this. I could pull up the scripture. But he said, ye are all gods. And with that said, I mean, everybody seems to overlook that. He said, ye are all gods. And he also says, or God revealed his name, and God's name is I am. He said that will be his name through eternity. So, let me see here. What was your question before he started talking about transition?
No, that's what it was about transitioning and like heaven and hell, because I was taught that heaven and hell we're gonna go after you die when you transition. But I've come to the understanding that you could experience heaven and hell, not necessarily like you could experience heaven and hell in your life, but does that make we're talking about the soul experience or the spiritual experience? I'm trying to
Well,
come to understanding of what that is.
they're both the same thing, or
Yeah,
they're both intertwined.
Yeah.
So you're a human and you're a soul, right? So because you're a human and you're a soul, you're two things, but you're one thing. And that experience that you're having as this one thing is real.
Mm-hmm.
It's as real as it's going to be right now to you until you transition, if that makes sense. But so when you're referring to this text and you're looking at this text about heaven and hell and about it being afterlife, again, with my belief, because everybody got different beliefs, but with my belief, if that's the afterlife, I mean, if you die and it says you're gonna burn in hell for doing all this cruel shit, and then that just means you lived a negative life, you just lived a negative life, and then you're gonna restart life again, and I don't know what type of mindset you will restart life with, if anything. I don't know how none of that will be affected. I don't think that far into it, but you'll just restart life all over again and keep restarting life all over again until you get it right, until you can get that mindset right, because at the end of the day, everybody is God. And because we're all God, God is love. God is not anger and rage, and God is not all those negative things. He's love. So until you become love, until you become one with God, and then you'll be living life all over again and over again and over again and over again as different characters until you get it right. And that's when that's when you experience heaven, because you finally got it right, because once you experience heaven, now you're living a life of positivity. And then once you transcend from there, and then what I believe is you can go everywhere, or you can go sit next to God or whatever, but you don't have to go through this hell again. That makes sense?
Mhm.
Did I answer your question though?
That was the same thing that you guys were talking about. I ain't missing anything, did I? I was taking
I
a
don't
lot.
know.
Still in the same shit, right? Well, the same couple questions. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah. We went back to the question. I asked him about what he was trying to ask before, but he said it was the same topic, and talking about heaven and hell and afterlife. So I
So
kind of just
what do you believe, Toní Tantrum? I mean, like what? I know
My
you're on the
question,
discovery.
what do
I
I
mean,
question is what do I question still is what exactly is heaven and hell? Because I've come to the understanding that heaven and hell could be experienced through my lifetime. Be-
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but heaven and hell refers spiritually as something that happens in the afterlife. And the
Right.
Bible doesn't necessarily state heaven and hell is something that you're gonna experience in life. Um, so I was just questioning like kind of what was taught in that versus like our understanding now collectively on the differences of the matter, pretty much. Like,
we need to we need to have a whole Bible thing. We just talk about
have a
different.
lot of when we do this, we're gonna have to have a lot of references.
Yeah. But we're gonna have to.
We can. We don't have. It don't have to be referenced. You know, like I said, this is all about a conversation. This is
Opinions. It's opinions. You froze.
Look like a mugshot.
Fact. Yo, but for real, we need to have we need to go to certain parts of the Bible, like through the week, and kind of write down, either questions about that verse, if that makes sense, or yeah, write down little questions about, little things that you have. I can't hear it. But we definitely need to have a live about, different verses of the Bible, kind of breaking down what our interpretations of it is.
that this is the first pilot, the first episode. Shit, it's been fun, man. Shit.
Well, oh no.
Yeah, the first full shit. I do believe it's been an hour. Yes, sir. And we got our guy in here. Yes, sir. Toní Tantrum.
On the Tantrum.
Probably gonna go by different all type of aliens.
Right. Darkness.
Darkness.
The unknown.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, sir. Mystery man. Now for sure. So, it's been a pleasure to have a conversation with you guys. Man, just on camera and off camera. So, but on camera, man, I believe we gave some good content to you guys out there. Take it for, whatever you take it for. We're just guys in conversation, sharing our ideas, not to try to persuade anybody to feel a certain type of way or believe anything else. We're just,
because we all ain't even got the same beliefs.
Indeed.
And
that's the great thing about it. And that's the great thing about, being guys, we have our own heaven, and what you're thinking of, what you're speaking on, our own hell of what we believe. So I believe, there is some good and bad, but right here we're having nothing but good energy.
Right.
Guys, conversation. You dig what I'm saying? No matter if we believe, agree with the other God, it's all about just conversing, and I believe that that's going to do the public, a lot more to see that no matter what, even if I do disagree with you, we're still open to have that dialogue. I'm not going to,
wake them up.
And we can still stay with godly energy, stay with positive energy, friendly.
Indeed, we not judging nobody. So if you come in here, judging or trying to twist anything, that's on you. We're guys in conversation, so I done talked enough. Let's get out of here. It's been a good night, y'all. Like I said, every Saturday, 10
o'clock Eastern time.
Eastern time. You know what I'm saying? And 9 o'clock Central time. Man, it's been an amazing time. Toní Tantrum. You guys are going to see more of him. A lot more of him. A brother, partner. So, hey, man, I'm done talking. You guys
appreciate you for coming, man. Appreciate you for coming.
I'm about to
get out of here.
Don't miss for sure next time.
I'm about to
I'll be mixing dolphins for sure next time.
Hey,
it's been give me in a long time.
This has been a great episode.
Hey man, I'm kid free.
Our first episode, you guys. So you guys are in the journey with us. Only gonna get more godly, but it's guys in conversation, baby.
On the road to 1,000. Facts.
Yeah.
All right, we out.